The wedding is over. Now we deal with the rest of it. The reception was its own experience. Diane sat at her table and smiled for photographs and was perfectly pleasant to every single guest in a way that made her feel, to anyone who didn't know the full story, like a lovely and supportive mother of the groom. She gave a toast. Nobody had asked her to give a toast. She stood up between the official speeches, tapped her glass, and delivered 4 minutes of remarks that were ostensibly about Nathan, and were actually a very thinly veiled autobiography about what she had sacrificed to raise him. She mentioned Clara. She mentioned Clara by name, in the context of a joke that wasn't really a joke at my wedding reception. I smiled. I did not stop smiling for a single second. I had made a decision earlier that day, and I was keeping it. This woman was not going to own a single frame of my wedding in my memory. The day was mine. I had chosen Nathan and he had chosen me, and we were married. And she could wear all the white dresses she owned and give all the toasts she wanted, and none of it was going to touch what was actually happening. We left for our honeymoon 2 days later. Nathan and I spent a long time talking during that trip. Not fighting, talking. The kind of honest, difficult, necessary conversation that you can have more clearly when you're 10,000 kilometers from everyone involved. He told me he was done making excuses for her, that the account access was a line he couldn't come back from, and the dress had confirmed something for him about who his mother chose to be when she thought love gave her permission. He said, "I love her. She is my mother, and she doesn't get to do that to you." We established rules together. Visits by invitation only, with notice. No access to our home without us present. No involvement in any future major life decisions unless explicitly asked. Nathan would handle all communication with her directly for the foreseeable future. Diane did not take this well. There were weeks of silence followed by weeks of intermittent attempts at contact that ranged from plaintive to guilt-laden to, once, a letter delivered to our home that was 4 pages long and contained the sentence, "I only ever wanted a daughter." That one nearly got me. I won't pretend it didn't. It has been almost a year since the wedding. Diane and I are not close. I don't know if we ever will be. There are dinners at Nathan's parents' house a few times a year that are civil and careful and occasionally almost warm, when she remembers to be the version of herself that could have been lovely if she had made different choices. Nathan is a good husband. He shows up, he communicates. He has not once asked me to absorb something that isn't mine to absorb. Last month I found our wedding album. I sat down and went through the whole thing. There is one photo near the back, candid, taken during the dancing, where Nathan is looking at me like I am the only thing in the room. And somewhere in the soft background blur, there is Diane in her white dress. I look at that photo, and I feel something I did not expect. Grateful. Because that woman tried every tool she had to make herself the center of our story, and we just kept writing our own. Follow for more stories.